Welcome back to another Madden 20 video I have for you guys here today. Today it's going to be a fantasy style rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Before I get too deep into this video though, if you guys are new around here, definitely consider subscribing to the channel. It'd be awesome if you can come back for my next upload. Also, if you'd like to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, links to those are down below. But let's check out this team. It's a 78 overall, so they have one of the better overall teams in this game. Of course, one of the best offenses in this game. Not off to the best start, in real life, but of course, it's a very long season. But one thing is for sure, Big Ben is done. I'm pretty sure he's done for the rest of the season. Mason Rudolph, then, will be the #1 quarterback the rest of the time for this team. And of course, when I say rest of the time, I just mean rest of the time this season. But since this is a fantasy style rebuild, I think I'm going to allow myself to have Big Ben. There's no pre-existing injuries in this, so technically he's not hurt in this universe. But once I get to the realistic rebuilds, I will probably start Mason Rudolph then, and then have Big Ben back him up. But for now, Ben Roethlisberger will be the #1 quarterback. I don't think I'm going to trade him, right? He's been really good on the Steelers this entire time. I think I'm just going to let him retire. I usually like doing that for these older guys. James Conner, I guess, okay, the older guys who are really liked by their team, I guess I should say. James Conner starting at running back. Jalen Samuels, though, very versatile running back. He's a good receiving back. What kind of catching does he have? 74 catching, 76 short route running. Played a bit of tight end, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I'm correct in that, right? Didn't Jalen Samuels play a bit of tight end at some point? I just remember last year in fantasy, if you picked him up, you can actually start him at tight end. So I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But anyway, on to the wide receivers now. Juju Smith-Schuster, James Washington, Ryan Switzer, Deontay Johnson, Dante Moncrief. And then, is this Johnny Holton all the way down here? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, I think I want Juju Smith-Schuster, James Washington, and Deontay Johnson to start. Ryan Switzer is still young, right? He's only 24. He still has a lot of room to develop. But I don't really want to start him right now, right? He's not a bad slot wide receiver, but Deontay Johnson is a rookie. So I'm definitely more comfortable starting Deontay Johnson. I'll probably have him play the slot, and then James Washington be the #2, and then Juju Smith-Schuster, of course, will just be the #1. He's an X-factor on offense. He's a beast. He should do very well for us here. Also, I didn't mention this player, but Benny Snell is on this team. He kind of ruined Penn State's ball game last year. He was very good for Kentucky. So we have a really nice offensive line here on this team. One of the better ones in the entire NFL. David DeCastro, one of the top players at his position. So that's always cool to see. Vance McDonald starting at tight end. They also have Zach Gentry. It's Gentry, right? I don't think it's Gentry. Ooh, I think it's Gentry. I'm going to go with that. Also, they have Xavier Grimble here. Defensively, then, they have a great young core on defense. With the addition of Minkah Fitzpatrick, right? They have him. They have Devin Bush. They have TJ Watt. They have Stephon Tuitt. Javon Hargrave is still young. Mike Hilton isn't really all that old. Of course, Terrell Edmonds was a rookie a year ago. I don't think he's been too great, though, so far. I could be very wrong, but they have a great young core on defense. Also, they just drafted Justin Lane here out of Michigan State. I want to get him some playing time, of course. A player who I think should be a higher overall, though, is Cameron Hayward. Cameron Hayward is a beast. I feel like he should at least be like a 93. I don't know why he's an 86. Steelers fans, if you'd let me know, that would be cool. If you know why, I feel like he should be in the 90s. I think he's kind of underrated for what he does for this team. I kind of already mentioned Javon Hargrave. He's a 79. He's 26 years old. He still has some room to develop. I will take it. And then Stephon Tuitt is a beastly 3-4 D end who's still pretty young, 26 years old for him. He's the same overall as Cameron Hayward. I think Hayward should 100% be higher. But then on the rest of the linebacker core, I kind of already highlighted TJ Watt and Devin Bush, but they have Bud Dupree, who doesn't really seem to be all that great. He's very expensive, so hopefully we can trade him. He used to go up like crazy in past Maddens. He'd be like a 96 in like 2 years. That's no longer the case for him. He has normal development. He's freakishly athletic, though, still for being 6'4", but I think I'm going to try to trade him. TJ Watt will definitely not leave this team. He is very good. 83 speed, 85 hit power, 88 acceleration, great block shade, great finesse moves. If I ever decide to switch to a 4-3, which I probably won't, but if that ever does happen, he can easily slide down to edge, but I will likely stay in a 3-4 this whole time. Of course, Ryan Shazier is on this team. Super unfortunate what happened with him. I just want him, obviously, just to get healthy, just be able to live a normal life once again. If he comes back to football ever, that would be remarkable. That would be a ridiculous transition for him, because he went from barely being able to walk. Honestly, he can walk pretty well now, which is awesome. That's great improvements for him. But if he can ever get to the point where he can play football again, that would be absurd. But anyway, Ryan Shazier on the team. He's a beastly athletic linebacker. Obviously, such a shame for what happened to him, both from a health standpoint for his well-being, and also just because he was so fun to watch. He was super electric. He was great on the field. So much respect for Ryan Shazier, even though he went to Ohio State, and I'm a Penn State fan, so that's one thing. But Vince Williams, the other middle linebacker, he's not bad. He's a 76, 29. He's a veteran on this team, but I'm probably going to trade him because Devin Bush is 1,000,000% starting. I think Devin Bush will probably be the number 1 middle linebacker on this team for us. Honestly, he is going to be amazing. Also, another player who went to a school I'm not too fond of. He went to Michigan, but ridiculously fast. 91 speed, 92 acceleration. I feel like his zone coverage should be a little bit higher, maybe in the 70s, but really good jumping. That's something I didn't even notice. 86 agility, 88 hit power. He's a freak. I'm pretty sure I know what his development is, but I won't let you guys know just yet. I already talked about Minka Fitzpatrick and Terrell Edmonds a little bit. Then the cornerbacks we didn't really go over yet. Joe Hayden, I love Joe Hayden on the Browns. He was so good. He was great in college. He's good now. Like he's definitely good, but he's not what he used to be. He is 30 years old. I really like Joe Hayden. I think he's a great cornerback. I think I'm going to have to get rid of him, though. It's rough to do, but I need some kind of trade value on this team, right? It's not a realistic rebuild. Realistically, I would probably keep him. And then Mike Hilton is a good slot corner, so he can definitely do that for us. I've seen him go up to superstar a couple times. Hopefully that happens. Steven Nelson is also on this team. Depending on his contract situation, I honestly may get rid of him. I don't even know. Artie Burns, I don't think Steelers fans like this guy too much. It seemed like he let up a good bit of touchdowns. I don't know. I haven't watched many Steelers games in the past, admittedly, but Justin Lane will get some playing time. He may even be the number 1 corner on this team, honestly, and then Mike Hilton will definitely be the slot, but he'll probably also be the number 2. This is probably what the cornerback situation will look like, unless I can trade for one, which I probably can't. It's hard to trade for great corners in this game, But that is the team, and the Steelers have a great roster. 83 offense, 79 defense. Not really a team in need of a rebuild, at least in Madden. But it's always fun to do these teams, right? Because you can trade for some draft picks. You can usually make the playoffs year 1. Hopefully that goes the way for us. Usually that's a pretty good influence on free agents then. If you make the playoffs, if your team does well, it seems like free agents actually take that into account, which is, fair. It's realistic. So hopefully this rebuild goes well for us. So, of course, you guys probably guessed it, I'm getting the Dolphins' first-round draft pick. Literally happens every time. But Vance McDonald and Bud Dupree are heading to Miami. One thing I want to mention, though, Vance McDonald is definitely good in real life. He's not a bad tight end at all. He's not even bad in the game. But he's 29 years old. He's going to regress so badly next year, and tight ends are pretty easy to replace. So I'm sorry if you guys didn't like that trade. I'm sure a couple of you guys out there didn't, because it seems like Vance McDonald actually has a pretty good spot here on the Steelers in real life. The Redskins have also become one of my favorite teams to cheese in this game because they are in crazy need of wide receiver. So Mark Barron and Dante Moncrief are going to the Redskins for their first rounder. I'll try to get a couple players now here. Hopefully we can. I'm pretty much giving away everything we've acquired so far, but I think it's going to be worth it, right? Alejandro Villanueva, let me just mention again. He's a good player, kind of in the same boat as Vance McDonald. He's just getting old, right? If you guys have ever done Madden Sim before, you should have some kind of understanding on how, regression works. It may not hit him as hard because I feel like offensive linemen are a little bit more immune to it, but it'll still hit him at some point. I think it's worth it now to get rid of him just because he'll have more value. I don't know why I explained that so much. But then I'm giving away the 2 first-round draft picks we traded for. Hopefully I can get one of those back again. But I'm getting Khalil Mack. So now Khalil Mack is joining the yellow and black. I love that. Let's go. I don't think I've traded for Khalil Mack yet. The past couple of Maddens, he's been, impossible to get, and I'm so happy we're able to get him here. So now we're going to have TJ Watt and Khalil Mack rushing. Oh, my Lord. I'm excited for this. I'm getting one of those draft picks back again. The only thing I'm really losing here is a 4th rounder this year, but it's okay. I'll definitely take the Dolphins draft pick back once again. Dan McCullers and Vince Williams will get me a player I get all the time. I'm sorry for the repetition, but I'm getting Shaq Mason. Alright, Joe Hayden and Jaron Elliott are going to the Jets for their first rounder. Yeah, so this draft pick probably won't be valuable whatsoever. This is essentially a 2nd rounder, but BJ Finney, Johnny Holton, and Matakevich, is that how it's pronounced? Are going to the Chiefs for their first-round draft pick. I think this is going to be the final trade. This is going to be the team heading into the first season, right? We made a couple moves this first session of trading. We got a couple players, we got a couple draft picks. We also lost a couple draft picks because I wanted to get Khalil Mack, and I definitely think it's going to be worth it in the end. But anyway, here on offense, we got Shaq Mason on the team. He slid over to right tackle. In this game, you can usually slide offensive linemen just around. It doesn't really matter where they go. They still play pretty much the same. So, obviously it doesn't make too much sense, right, in real life, whatever, but it doesn't really matter too much in the game. Another big thing here at wide receiver is, like I mentioned earlier, Deontay Johnson is going to be the number 3. He's also the slot wide receiver, so hopefully that works out. I guess I may as well start Zach Gentry, right? He's a rookie. Why not? 6'8". He's massive. See what he can do. And then defensively, of course, we got Khalil Mack on the team. We have TJ Watt rushing off that other edge. Devin Bush at middle linebacker number 1, and Ryan Shazier, middle linebacker number 2. There probably isn't a better linebacker core in the NFL, at this current point. Terrell Edmonds starting at strong safety. Micah Fitzpatrick at free safety. Justin Lane will be the number 1 corner. I have faith in him. I think he can develop. Mike Hilton, Steven Nelson, the other 2 guys there. And then the defensive line is unchanged. I think this team can do perfectly fine this year. Hopefully Sim goes our way, and I'll see you at the midseason. Let's check out the record here. Let's see what the team is all about. We are 5-2. We actually started off 0-2, so that's pretty cool. 5-2 also for the Colts. We are on top of the division. The Browns are 5-2. The Ravens 4-3. The Bengals 2-6. All right. Well, let's check out experience points, and then let's check out what Devin Bush's development is. So, James Washington, has 1 experience point. Juju Smith-Schuster 1. Zach Gentry. And this left tackle also has 1. I think he's actually at right tackle who's playing left right now. It's fine. Defensively, Devin Bush is superstar. I knew that going into this. I just obviously didn't want to say anything. 2 for Justin Lane, 1 for a few other guys. And also, I need to make a note of this. If I say Justin Samuels at any point, or if I say James Samuels, not Justin, I mean Jalen, okay? I'm sorry. I sometimes I want to say his name's James. I know it's not, right? I understand it's Jalen. And then the same thing goes with James Washington. For some reason, I want to say his name's Jalen Washington. There's random players, in this game who just screw me up for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, here we go. Let's see who we have to bring back to the team. Ryan Shazier, the top free agent. He's a player I'd probably like to bring back. Mike Hilton's another one, but usually these 2 guys go into free agency like every year. So it sort of worries me that the Steelers have like no money to spend. I don't really want anybody else down there. Sean Davis, Artie Burns, don't really care too much about. Javon Hargrave, I'd kind of like back, but we have $17.7 million. It kind of makes sense now as to why the Steelers don't bring back all of these guys. I think I'm going to try to, though. I'd rather bring back these guys than, risk there being people in free agency, especially if there's no one good in free agency. Also, Mike Hilton usually goes up to superstar. I really hope that happens. Javon Hargrave is rather expendable because it's pretty easy to draft defensive tackles. I almost then want to wait because it is really easy to draft defensive tackles. I just don't really think the contract is all that worth it right now. Contracts are expensive in this game, man. They're a lot different than they have been in the past. So I think I'm going to wait on Javon Hargrave, see what kind of defensive tackles are in the draft, and then worry about that later. We missed out on the playoffs. Yeah, that's always good to see. The team went 7-9. Oh, that's fantastic. We did really badly the second half of the year. Sweet. Oh, Big Ben didn't, do anything. That was a weird scheme, I guess. 22 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, just over 3,300 yards. How did James Conner play? Pretty good, though. Over 1,000 yards, 4.3 yards per carry, 8 touchdowns. Okay, I guess this was a pretty run-heavy offense. Juju Smith-Schuster still almost got 1,000 yards. He had 7 touchdowns. No one else really did all that much. Sack numbers, this guy was pretty horrible, but that makes sense. He's not a good player, so, he's not a good overall, I should say. So that's fair, whatever. Devin Bush, 126 tackles, but I see something cool. 108 tackles for Mike Hilton. 14 tackles for loss for Khalil Mack, 13 for Stephon Tuitt, and this is why you go ahead and trade for Khalil Mack. 20.5 sacks, 7 for Javon Hargrave. All right, hang on. He's making me reconsider his contract. That's a great year. 7 for Cameron Hayward as well. All right, we'll have to see what happens. 1 interception for Khalil Mack. All right, we've seen him do it, though, in the past. It's fine. That makes sense. Devin Bush, Ryan Shazier, Terrell Edmonds, Mike Hilton, and Justin Lane all got 1 as well. Defensive touchdowns, we don't have any, but I think we have 3 blocked kicks. We have 4. Ryan Shazier, Terrell Edmonds, TJ Watt, and Levon Hooks. Okay. Forced fumbles, 2 for Ryan Shazier, 1 for Khalil Mack, Devin Bush, and Micah Fitzpatrick. And 2 of those were recovered. Okay, so 29th on offense. Definitely seems like a playbook or scheme or something. Maybe an issue with one of those. 18th on defense, though. Not too bad. I definitely thought that'd be a little bit better, to be honest. Also, I feel like Khalil Mack should be in consideration for MVP, but whatever. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Marcus Mariota is going to win that one. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack, of course. Devin Bush, though, at number 8. Let's go. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Marquise Brown, Zach Gentry, Deontay Johnson, 3 and number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to Devin Bush. Justin Lane, though, at number 2. I actually would have preferred Justin Lane to win, but obviously I'm not going to complain about Devin Bush winning that award. Let me go to the Super Bowl. I keep meaning to remember to do this. Let me go to the Super Bowl, and I'll show you guys off all these points. So the Browns and the Eagles. Or in the Super Bowl. Let's advance the week. Let's see who's going to win. I feel like I say let's advance the week so often. Whatever, 21-14, the Browns are going to win. Okay, well, let's check out regression. Let's check out experience points, all that good stuff right now. So Big Ben's down to a 76. Oh, that is tragic. We need a quarterback this year, I think. I don't know if I'm going to trade Big Ben, but like I kind of wish he would have just retired. But all right, I guess he's not. 2 experience points for James Washington, 2 for Juju Smith-Schuster. We have 4 for Deontay Johnson. Okay, maybe he can develop into something. That's pretty cool. Defensively, Devin Bush has 11. All right, that's exactly what I wanted to see there. Javon Hargrave, I was really hoping would go up to like superstar or something. It didn't happen, but that's fine. Justin Lane went up to star though, and he has 3. Word. He can be. I just said word. Wow. He can be the #1 corner on the team. Also, Mike Hilton has a superstar. That's why I wanted to bring him back before the end of the season, because I had a feeling that was going to happen. I don't think anybody else improved their dev, but still, we have a couple, which is cool to see. Now, though, I could potentially bring back Javon Hargrave if we have enough money. We probably don't, though. We don't. All right, well, I'm sorry. I can't bring back Javon Hargrave. I'll just draft a defensive tackle. I hope this doesn't, come back to bite me. Because, I mean, he had a good year, but I kind of imagine any random defensive tackle then could have a good year, especially if he's a rookie, Oh, Antonio Brown is in free agency. Imagine I would have brought him back to the team. Obviously, I can't sign anybody right now, but I'm just looking to see if anybody interesting made it. Dak Prescott's up to an 85. Is he normally that high? I thought he was like an 82. Maybe he went up. There was actually a roster update recently, so maybe he went up. He's also about to go to the Giants. Interesting. But, alright, I don't see any crazy developments or anything like that either. A bunch of these are pretty typical. But, yeah, I don't have any money to bring anybody in. I could have... Oh, man, Javon Hargrave's not getting, like, any money either. That would have been nice to get, but it's fine. We'll make something work with the players we have. Okay, we are entering the draft, and I know I have the first pick. Probably the Dolphins pick. Then I have, like, the 19th and, like, the 20-something pick. I want a defensive tackle with this selection. With my first pick, hopefully I can get one, right? So the dude I want is down here, Jaden Bronson. He looks like he's going to be a freak. I'm excited to have him on the team. The thing is, right, with my first round draft picks, I would love to take a defensive tackle, a quarterback, and an offensive lineman of some sort. But then I'd also love to fit a tight end in there, and there's 2 really good ones here. So I got to figure out what I want to do with that. I think then I kind of want to trade this pick away with the Raiders. Because the Raiders have 2 first-round draft picks. Hopefully I can get both of them. That would help out a ton. The Raiders are one of my favorite teams to trade with as well. Let me just look at something here, right? They usually go tight end, if I'm being honest here. They don't even really need a tight end. They have ASJ on their team. I'm not worried about them then taking a tight end or this defensive tackle. Let me just see something as well. The Texans, I'm pretty sure, have the 2nd pick, which is super surprising, actually. I went the wrong direction for this. They do not need a defensive tackle either. Right, who's their defensive tackle? DJ Reader is still good? Okay, so I don't think they shouldn't take a defensive tackle at least. Awesome, this can work out then. Let me go with the Raiders. Hopefully get to their both of their first round draft picks for this pick, and then I'll try to work something else out as well. Also, Khalil Mack is making a ton of money this year. That makes sense though. That actually worked. Alright, I'm getting both of their first rounders this year and a first next year. Now, please, nobody take this defensive tackle. I'm not expecting either of these teams to, but let's see. Advance the next pick. The Raiders go with a right end. Okay, that's fine. That guy also looked very good. And then the Texans are going to take maybe a tight end. No, they go Luther Billups. All right, well, anyway, with this pick, I'm going defensive tackle. I think I actually played this draft pretty well. Hopefully it works out. But here we go. Jaden Bronson, I think, might be the best player in this class. Let's have a look. He's an 80 with hidden. He is the best player in this entire class. 93 strength, 79 block shed, 78 finesse moves. Okay, we got a great replacement for Javon Hargrave. I'll take it. And now here at pick number 7. Is the tight end still here? Okay, so both of the tight ends are still here. I think I'm going to go with one of them. Quarterback is pretty important right now, but there are 3 pretty good looking ones, and I think Brent Wrights is the guy I want. And I feel like he'll be available at 19. It's a bit of a risk, but I'd rather have the tight end, honestly, right now, because if anything, we still have Big Ben for 1 more year. Right, and I probably should go quarterback, but usually quarterbacks stay pretty long. I'm going to go Jordan Garcia, I think, here. He's the better of the 2. He's a bit slower, right? He ran a 4.77, where Morgan Lee ran a 4.56. He's actually really fast, but I think Jordan Garcia is going to be better. He's a 76 overall hidden dev, and that's obviously a reach. I don't know what you're talking about there, game. He's not very fast. He can catch pretty well, I guess. 84 acceleration, though. 82 catch in traffic. He's not bad. I will take him as the starting tight end for this team. All right, please work out. Tell me there's a quarterback still available. Okay, Awesome. Brent Wrights is still here. He's actually the first quarterback I wanted, so that works out very well. And I think after this pick then, this guy should still be here. Matthew Michaels, early second rounder. Oh, we picked 30th, man. I might have to trade up actually to make sure I get this guy. I mean, there's also Rich Schmidt who could still be there. There's also this left guard who could potentially still be there. I think we should be pretty good, to be honest. I'll at least get one of these guys. So maybe I won't have to trade up after all. But Brent Wrights will be the draft pick for now. He's a 74 overall hidden dev. All right, we are doing very well in this draft. 92 throw power, 80 deep, 83 medium, 84 short. Okay, awesome. He's going to be the starting quarterback. Big Ben will just be the backup. He can mentor this young guy. And I think I still will trade up. It shouldn't take all that much, to be honest. Okay, it's actually pretty hard to trade up right now. I just don't want to offer, you know, what will be accepted. Everything I'm offering is just not even close. So let's just hope there's an offensive lineman still here. I want this right tackle out of everybody. I probably want him the most. But let's see. Let's see if this right tackle is still here. And he is not. That's rough. This right guard is still here, though. I'll probably go with him. Yeah, okay. I'm going to go with this right guard. If anything, he can slide to right tackle or something. But Rich Schmidt, welcome to the team. 76 overall normal. Okay, ranked 7th. We took him at number 30. I will take it. I feel like that right tackle is probably right around that same area. So I don't think we missed out all that much. We also have the 12th pick in the second round. And I think here I'm going to go wide receiver. Let me just see. Aaron McDonald was actually supposed to go in the first round earlier, but then slid all the way to the third round. So I feel like that guy's going to be pretty good. And also, I really want this fourth rounder. Deshaun Carrington. Oh, he's going to be nasty. Mid fourth rounder. We don't pick again to the fifth round. I can't get him. But at least we already grabbed a defensive tackle. I would love to get this guy. Maybe I can actually try to trade up or something. But Aaron McDonald is going to be on the team here. 74 overall, but normal dev. Alright, so he's not bad. I just don't know what to do now. He's actually a really good slot wide receiver. I feel like this guy should start. I think that's going to be what happens. I think he has more upside here now. Okay, I'm trading up here with the Lions, giving me a third round draft pick next year. Anderson and Sutton for a third rounder this year. Hopefully this is enough to get this defensive tackle. I have the 11th pick in the third round, and I believe he was supposed to go mid-fourth round. Let's see. I feel like this guy is going to be in the 70s, so that's why I wanted to trade up to get him. He's here, Deshaun Carrington. All right, welcome to the team, man. 74 with hidden. Oh, my Lord, he's nasty. 95 strength. The strongest defensive tackles chilling in the third round. Okay. This, I know I say this like every rebuild, I think. This is probably one of my better drafts. This draft actually has pretty much gone perfectly. I've addressed, I think, all the positions I needed to. I could still use another offensive lineman. I mean, there's his right tackle. He's not going to be very good. I'll still take him, though. He's a 67. That's really not even that bad, to be honest. I don't think he's going to play. But I'm pretty sure Ramon Foster retired. So I need at least one more offensive lineman. I'm just going to skip to the end of the draft, by the way. Yeah, so this was one of my better drafts, for sure. If you look at the overalls alone, they're pretty nutty. So we got an 80 overall, a 76, a 74, a 76, two more 74s. And then a 67. That's not even that bad for when we took them. So that was a great draft. We have the number 1 ranked player in the class. I don't think we got the number 2, though. Yeah, so Charles Hopkins is the number 2 ranked player. This guy also looked very good, but you know, the offensive lineman talent looked pretty good later in the first round, early second round, around that area. So I didn't really worry about taking one too early. Luther Billups also looks nice for the Texans. He's a 77 overall hidden. Khalil Douglas, 77 overall hidden. This guy go late. Is this the dude I'm thinking of? I think it is. Yeah, this definitely looked like the best corner. There's a couple of other cornerbacks who were supposed to go like early first, but this guy looked like the best for sure. Nice looking power halfback here on the Giants. A good compliment there to Saquon. 88 speed, 84 trucking, 90 acceleration. Yeah, that guy's super balanced. Alright, well, I'm really content with this draft. I think it made the team a lot better. This is the team after the offseason, after the first offseason. We're 79 overall, and we have a bunch of new faces. We now have a new starting quarterback who is a rookie. What college did he go to? He is out of Miami. Alright, let's go. We also have a new starting tight end. We have a new starting right guard. This team is looking pretty good, if you ask me. We also have a new starting slot wide receiver, so I will take that. Also, I want this guy to start. It's because he's a rookie. You know, why not get as much youth in this team as possible? Defensively, we have this beastly defensive tackle out of USF. Let's go. We also have another beastly defensive tackle backing him up. He's super strong. We have, honestly, a really good defense right now. Once again, I build up through the defense. I don't know why I always do this, but it's just kind of always how it happens. Whatever. Anyway, we have an 83 defense, 81 offense, 79 overall. I think this team should make the playoffs, but you never know what Madden has in store. All right, show me a good record, please. All right, we are 4-3. Not bad, 4-4 though for the Giants, 5-2 for the Browns, and then the Ravens and the Bengals are tied with us. Awesome. But let's check out these development traits. Very important though, the quarterback. He just has star. Man, I was really hoping for an X factor or something. That's fine, I guess. This tight end also has star, and then defensively, this guy still has not played enough. How many snaps has this guy played? 321. Okay, well, he's not playing too frequently, but I guess that's all right. I don't know. He has 2 experience points though, so maybe he has a pretty good development trait. But I kind of wish this guy had superstar at least. It's all right though. It's all good. But who do we have to bring back to the team? And more importantly, how much money do we have? Juju Smith-Schuster is a player I don't think I can afford to let go. Dude, I like Cameron Hayward a lot, but he already regressed down 2 overall points. He's probably going to go down like 3 or 4 next year. I don't think I can bring him back. It kind of pains me to do that, but I don't think I can. TJ Watt, I definitely want. James Conner, I would like. I should probably bring back Jordan Berry, but I think I can do that later. Juju Smith-Schuster, though, can we at least get him? Okay, we can. We have a lot of money. Not a lot, but we have a good bit of money. He wants a massive contract, but that's fair. He's coming back to the team, and then I'd also like back TJ Watt and James Conner. If I don't get them, I'll let you guys know, but other than that, I will see you in the playoffs. All right, let's go. We made the playoffs going 9-7, exactly what I wanted to see. I don't know, but 9-7 also from the Colts. We come in second to the Browns, 12-4. The Ravens 8-8. The Bengals 6-10. How did this rookie quarterback play? Honestly, pretty similarly to Big Ben. Just doesn't have too many yards. Good touchdown to interception ratio, though. I will take it. Not a bad rookie season. James Conner was a bit worse than last year, 3.7 yards per carry. Ideally, you'd like that over 4. Juju Smith-Schuster was pretty good, but Aaron McDonald was actually great. 11 touchdowns for him, 819 yards. James Washington, 7 touchdowns. Jordan Garcia didn't really do all that much, but I guess wasn't horrible. Sacks allowed should be much fewer. Actually, Shaq Mason doing pretty badly. Maybe I have to rework that. But 119 tackles for Devin Bush, 100 for Terrell Edmonds. We have 15 tackles for loss for TJ Watt, 14 for Cam Hayward, 14 for Jaden Bronson. Another crazy season for Khalil Mack, 17 sacks with 2 picks, 6 sacks for Stephon Tuitt, 3 interceptions for Devin Bush and Steven Nelson. Devin Bush had a Defensive Player of the Year kind of season. Khalil Mack also did. 2 interceptions for him. Ryan Shazier, 1. Mike Hilton, 1. Minka Fitzpatrick, 1. Defensive touchdowns. We don't have any safeties. We have 1, Stephon Tuitt, and then no blocked kicks. Forced fumbles, I see someone with 3. Devin Bush has 3. Cameron Hayward has 2. Jaden Bronson also has 2. And 4 of those were recovered. All right, not too bad. So we were 31st on offense. All right. Defensively, though, we were 3rd. That's usually how my rebuilds go. Okay. MVP was Mitchell Trubisky. All right. Where did Dak Prescott go? He went to the Colts. Man, and that's what we have to take on this week. Dak Prescott is glitchy in simulation as well, so that's going to be fun. Lamar Jackson, Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Khalil Mack. Devin Bush, though, right behind him. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to our quarterback, Brent Wrights. Aaron McDonald, Jordan Garcia at number 3 and number 4. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Tyron Newton. Jaden Bronson at number 3. Deshaun Carrington, though, at number 7. He's the backup D-tackle. I'm very excited, though, to finally see what this defensive tackle's development is. I feel like it's at least superstar. Maybe I'm being a little bit too optimistic with this one, but let's check it out. Also, how many experience points does a quarterback have? He has 4. All right, 4 for this tight end as well. I'll take it. He has star. Man, I was really hoping for at least 1 more superstar. Maybe this dude randomly has superstar. I don't know, but Bronson has 4 experience points. That's not bad at all. I will take it. Justin Lane has 3 more. Devin Bush also has 3 more. Let me spend these before we hop into the game. All right, the team has an 83 offense, 87 defense, 82 overall. We have to go up against the Colts, who are, very good. They have a fairly good roster in this game. 81 overall for them, 82 overall for us, of course. Let's advance the week, though. Can we take them down? It'd be cool if we can get a playoff win. I feel like I haven't had one in a little while. And that streak is coming to an end. Let's go. We have to take on the Browns now, who, I always say this, they're like the best team in this game. 83 overall for them. I don't really think we're going to win this game, but here we go. Let's go to the conference championship, and are we in it? Probably not. And we are not. Okay, 27-24, though. That was a very close game. Let me go to the Super Bowl. I have auto scouting turned on, so I can just fully commentate through this and simulate straight past the Super Bowl then. It's going to be the Browns and the Saints. Honestly, that's a very typical Madden Super Bowl. The winner is going to be the Browns, 38-24. But also, while I'm here still, check out dev upgrades. Let's go. I'm hoping somebody at least went up. That'd be cool. It's gonna take forever. All right, on the offense, I don't think I see anyone. Right? Yeah, I don't think I'm tripping here. I don't think I see anybody who went up in development. Defensively, I still don't see anyone. Actually, this guy's an X Factor? What? Alright, we got to get him starting. He's probably going to play where Cameron Hayward was. Or maybe at defensive tackle, that other guy can slide over maybe. So, he just had X Factor. That's amazing, dude. I wish I knew that beforehand. I probably would have started him, but it's fine. Whatever, at least we have one, you know. Now, I feel better about letting Cameron Hayward go because Bronson can probably take over Hayward's spot, and then Carrington can just start at defensive tackle next year. I am definitely for that. But I'm not sure if we have any money. I don't think we're going to, but, you know, always worth a check. Let's see. Nope, we have negative $5 million again. Okay, that's fine. Again, I don't really care that much. I think this team is in a great spot. The only player I probably would have went after would have been like Laremy Tunsil. Or maybe another... Wait, Carl Lawson has Superstar? That's cool. Maybe another offensive lineman, but I can't even get one if I wanted to. I can still look to draft one, though. So it's not the end of the world. I can at least go that route. Alright, I actually have no idea which draft pick we have. When do the Raiders draft? That's going to be our first pick. And why is this so laggy for me? Okay, we have the 12th pick. Let's check out the draft board in case I want to trade up. You never know. I actually have not looked at the draft board yet. It was completely on auto until right now. Oh my god. 4.7 or 4.37 speed. That dude's really fast. I need a tackle. I think more than anything right now. Montel Potts looks like he could be the tackle for us. There's also a guard who's supposed to go in the second round. This center looks pretty good. I don't really think I'm in need of a center. I think Pouncey's still good for another year. Oh my god, this right tackle is the way to go. He should still be there at number 12 too. Kevin Fusaro? If anything, there's this guy, right? So if it comes down to it, I can go with Sylvester Harper. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either of those guys. Holy crap, man. Rashawn Stamey also looks really good. This draft class looks fantastic. Another great defensive tackle. That dude's going to be a freak as well. Nice looking outside linebacker. Dude, holy crap, man. Just on the surface, this is one of the better draft classes I've seen. This cornerback is going to be something special. Something really special. Holy crap, I can't believe that guy's supposed to go late first round. Alright, well anyway, very intriguing looking draft. I'm glad I don't need a quarterback though because this is the best one and I doubt he's going to be that good. But here we go. Let's advance to pick number 12. We should be able to at least land one tackle. Let's see who we can get. Frank Edwards just went out of Penn State. Alright. I think I'm going to go with Kevin Fusaro. This other guy is, like, stronger, so maybe he's going to be better, but this guy has slightly better top 3 skills. So welcome to the team, man. 81? Oh my god. That's the highest ranked player I've ever drafted. Dude, holy crap. That other right tackle has to be like a 78 at least. That's the nutty thing about this. Good lord, that dude's an 81. He's probably going to be playing left tackle for us. Good, oh my, I can't get over that. Holy crap, man. If this other right tackle is there, I might go with him. Or if that cornerback is here. I'd rather have the corner. I don't think he's going to be here, but let's check. He's not here. Okay, well, this guy's a 7.3. I'm intrigued. I might try to take that guy next round. But I'll probably end up taking the... Oh my god. This guy also looks really good. Ho ho. I could actually use another defensive tackle just as a backup, right? It's always good to have two pretty good ones, even if you're running a 3-4. But I also really want to see what this guy's all about. Let me think. Okay, who's on my offensive line right now? Let me actually look at this. Because if I need that right tackle, I'm going to go ahead and select him. But I don't think I'm going to need him, right? Because we're going to have the right tackle we just selected play left tackle, right? And then Shaq Mason's playing right tackle. And then we have a left guard, center, and right guard. Yeah, I have no need for that right tackle. He is going to be a freak. But instead of taking him, I'm going defensive tackle. I think this defensive tackle is also going to be a freak, so I don't think it's a bad draft pick in the slightest. There's also a good-looking left guard still available. My god, man, this draft class looks amazing. We're going defensive tackle, though. Chuck Logan. 75 overall. No hidden dev trait, but still supposed to go top 11. He's ranked number 11th. I will take him as a backup. That's fine. Now, if this cornerback here with a pretty good combine is still available, I will go with him, but Kyrie Foreman looks great. 74 overall free safety. Okay. Is this corner still here? He is not still here. Okay, is this quarterback still here? He is. Let's see who the quarterback would have been if I didn't draft one last year. Okay, this guy's actually good. A 74 overall. No hidden dev trait, but man. That wouldn't have been that bad of an option, to be honest, but we're going to go with the guy we drafted last year again. Okay, so let's quickly go over that draft. I think I say quickly quite a bit, but this still takes a little while. I don't know why I always say that, but the computer didn't really draft me anybody notable. Maybe there's a random hidden dev trait down there. I don't know. But of course, we got the #1 player in the class. It's unreal. Where's this other right tackle? Dude, he's a 78 with normal. We definitely drafted the right guy, but this dude is still, like, honestly just as good. 79 overall corner. Is that the corner I pointed out? It looks like it should be, right? 96 speed, 95 acceleration, 6'1". What's the dev on this guy? Star. Okay, well, he could have been really overpowered if it was like X Factor or something. But who else was here? Let me check out the rest of this draft class a little bit more. 78 overall outside linebacker. That guy looks nice. I don't remember if I pointed this guy out or not. I think I may have. Dude, this draft class looked so good. I think I did point that guy out. Raphael Callahan, a good left end. Montel Potts, a good left tackle. A 3rd round 77 overall running back. Hidden dev trait. Oh my god, dude. 94 speed on this man? Tell me he has superstar. Even better, tell me he has X Factor. Oh my god, he's an X Factor in the 3rd round. Dude, if I could land that guy in a franchise and actually play with the team, he would be one of the most broken players in the entire game. Oh my good lord. That's unbelievable, dude. That might be the best draft class I have seen in total. I know I make that claim like all the time, but I usually forget about other ones that I've already seen. At least in recent memory, that's one of the better ones I have ever seen. The team here for what could be the final season, depending on how it goes, is an 83 overall. The only real difference we have on offense is that Fusaro is now starting at left tackle. That's not a small difference either. He is insane. He's an 81 overall rookie, the highest rated rookie I have ever drafted. And I'm extremely excited to see what he can do. If he can have like superstar or something, that would be phenomenal. The wide receiver core, aside from Juju Smith-Schuster, is like sort of weak, but I think it's still going to be fine, you know? Aaron McDonald played really well last season. I'm surprised he didn't go up to star because he had like 11 touchdowns or whatever. Juju Smith-Schuster's been playing fine. You know, James Conner's been all right. Wrights was okay last year. Hopefully he can take a step up, though. The rest of the offensive line has been good. You know, Garcia. Actually, Shaq Mason was pretty bad last year. Let me mention that. Garcia wasn't bad his rookie year either. So the offense should be good, and the defense is looking scary, dude. We have so many crazy developments on this side of the ball. 2 X Factors, 3 superstars. This side of the ball is looking fantastic. And also, Terrell Edmonds went up to star. I think I just missed that before because it would have likely happened at the Super Bowl week. I probably did just miss it. Yes, plus star dev the Super Bowl week. Yeah, I just didn't notice it. My bad. But, you know, yeah, the team is in a good spot. We should make the playoffs. Hopefully Madden Sim is on my side. Okay, this is an excellent reason why you always have to go in and make sure you cut your players manually. Juju Smith-Schuster, for some reason, is one of the players it's telling me to cut. Why would I ever cut Juju Smith-Schuster? That's just stupid, man. That's so foolish. Make sure you go in and do this, because it can be horrible for you if you simulate this and one of your star players gets cut like that. I actually almost cut him because I wasn't fully paying attention, but I'm really glad I looked up. That would have been horrible. Alright, so somehow we're in the wild card here with a 12-4 record. That's kind of obscure, but whatever. 14-1-1 for the Browns. 12-4 for the Ravens, dude. This is the best division in football right now. 2-14 then from the Bengals. Ignore them, right? The top 3 teams are all unbelievable. Okay. How did this quarterback play? Not getting too many yards out of him, but to be fair, he doesn't have many interceptions either, so I guess I'll take it. I mean, kind of a game manager, I guess, at this point. James Conner, over 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards. Wide receivers, we don't have too much production from these guys. The quarterback didn't have many yards, so it's exactly what you'd expect here, to be honest. But pretty equal distribution of of passes to a lot of these guys, so that's fine. I'll take it. Sacks allowed, not too bad. Honestly, not all that bad. Finally, we have a player not letting up a ton of sacks. 103 tackles from Devin Bush. He also had 10 tackles for loss. That's a good number to have. 13 from Jaden Bronson. And then 10 also from TJ Watt, who had 10 sacks, but Khalil Mack outshines him again. 14 from Mack, 8 for Jaden Bronson. 3 interceptions from Steven Nelson, 2 from Devin Bush, 1 from Justin Lane, and Minka Fitzpatrick. Defensive touchdowns, we don't have any. 0 safeties, and we have 4 blocked kicks. Jaden Bronson and Gabe Elias, Nate Meters, I imagine that's how it's pronounced, and Ulysses Gilbert III. All right. Forced fumbles, we have 2 for Terrell Edmonds, 1 from Nate Meters, 1 from Ulysses Gilberts, 1 from Minka Fitzpatrick and Ryan Shazier, and a couple of those were recovered. 15th on offense, so offense got a lot better, at least compared to the rest of the NFL. And then first on defense. The defense is the best in the NFL. I will take it. Josh Allen, though, wins MVP. We have some wonky MVPs. But Trubisky won, Josh Allen won. I forgot who won the first year. But it's alright. I don't know. These MVPs in this game are strange. Mitchell Trubisky is also on the Chargers, apparently. Whatever. Anybody from the Steelers in here? I don't think so. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen. Defensive Player of the Year, Von Miller is going to win it. Nobody from the Steelers, really. No Khalil Mack or anything. Alright. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kayshawn St. Louis. That's a cool name. Brady Messina, our backup quarterback at number 10. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Kamani Gaither is going to win that one. Best quarterback is Lamar Jackson. I don't expect our guy to be in here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Best running back, Le'Veon Bell. James Conner should be in here, though. There he is at number 6. Best wide receiver, Willie Snead. Best offensive lineman, David DeCastro. Let's go. Shaq Mason's also there. So is Marquise Pouncey. I'll take it. Best defensive lineman, Myles Garrett. Mike Daniels is on the Bengals. All right, cool that he's still having good seasons. We have Jaden Bronson in there at number 6. Best linebacker, Von Miller wins it. Khalil Mack at number 4. TJ Watt at number 7. Devin Bush at number 8. Best defensive back, Kendall Fuller. Steven Nelson, though, at number 10, just barely sneaks into the list. Greg Joseph is the best kicker. And nobody from the Steelers. Okay, well, let's check out these experience points, and I'm actually really excited to see the dev for this tackle. Please be superstar, man. I don't think I've ever drafted a superstar tackle. And it's going to be star. No, I wanted him to have superstars so badly. That's alright. How many experience points do we have on defense? Not a whole ton, but it's fine. We should, be able to upgrade the team quite well and hopefully beat the Jaguars here. The team is at an 85 overall, 89 defense, 87 offense. We should have a higher overall team than the Jaguars. I imagine they're like a 70-something. Yeah, they're a 77 overall. Their only X factor is Jalen Ramsey, who may not be on their team very much longer. Who knows? Let's advance the week, though. Can we take down the Jaguars? And we can't. Alright, dope. We lost 14-0. That's always fun. That's an awesome way to end a rebuild, but it is going to come to an end here. I've mentioned this in the past. I don't really care about playoffs success too much in these rebuilds. I'd much rather focus on player development, focus on the draft, all that good stuff. But here's a look at the team one final time, also in case anybody went up in dev. It's always cool to see. Defensively, maybe. No, I don't think we got any dev upgrades, at least unless I'm missing someone. I don't think I am. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I thought this was a pretty interesting one. We drafted super well. I drafted my highest overall player ever in this game. He was an 81 when we drafted him. That's always awesome. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to leave a like. It would definitely help me out. You guys have been actually destroying the like button on my last couple of rebuilds. Since I've started uploading them on Madden 20, you guys have been killing it, and I'm so appreciative of that. Also, leave some comments. Let me know what teams I should get to next. And just, comment whatever you want. If you don't like the video, tell me why. If you like the video, you can also tell me why if you'd like to. But I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.